Bellew and Froch, what can I say about them guys? Come and meet me face to face. I'll eat Froch alive and I'll eat Bellew alive. And by the way, Bellew got his ass and...
John Fury challenged Tony Bellew and Carl Froch prior to the fight between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. Carl Froch was not one to remain silent, and he took Fury to task for being stupid.
Come anywhere near me, nowhere in the vicinity within my jab, or you will be getting ironed out. You'll be unconscious. You'll be snoring before you hit the floor. Big John Fury.
In response to the drama between Froch and Old John, Eddie Hearn expressed his belief that John Fury is becoming overconfident.
You can start saying, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and if I see you, because you can say that to me, I'm a wet lettuce. You can't say that to Carl Froch.
There's been a lot of drama between these two, so what's new in their ongoing feud? Stay tuned and observe as we uncover the truth in this video. Carl Froch and John Fury have been at odds for a long time. Their feud started when Tyson Fury was scheduled to fight Francis last year. At that point, Old Jeg boldly challenged boxing legend Mike Tyson, who was training Francis. This sparked criticism from the boxing community, including Carl Froch, who criticized the former bare-knuckle boxing champion. Froch also enjoys criticizing the Fury family, especially Tyson Fury, for not devoting enough time to the sport that has given him so much. The Hall of Famer and former boxing champion Froch wants Fury to be among the greatest British heavyweight boxer of all time, which is why he's constantly chasing the Gypsy King, no matter how old. John has always harbored resentment for Froch and dislikes
a little pop every now and then. Carl Froch is a bum, and he'll get what the little men get. Bush!
John, are you shocked by the amount of people that have gone against?
After headbutting a member of Usyk Team Fury Sr., who threatened Carl Froch and Tony Bellew, saying they would be the next Froch, but didn't stay silent, and warned John Fury about messing with him, Old JN unleashed a torrent of threats before the fight with Usyk in Saudi Arabia this past weekend. In addition, he attacked the former kickboxing champion for causing a commotion by headbutting a member of Team Froch in the UK. He made it clear that this kind of conduct is inappropriate and would have had dire repercussions in other settings, especially in the US or the UK. He denounced Fury's obvious indulgence and his lack of responsibility. Froch also replied to John Fury's comments on him and Tony Bellew. John Fury had threatened and disparaged Froch, saying he was unbeatable and bragging about his skill as a bare-knuckle fighter. Froch denied these accusations, pointing out that Fury had not participated in a bare-knuckle fight in over 10 years. Froch also cautioned Fury to avoid him and Bellew, threatening to have Fury knocked out and on the ground before hitting the canvas. Froch advised Fury to keep quiet and stay out of trouble, stressing that his persistently disruptive behavior would not end well. Finally, Froch pointed out that although Fury had apologized for his actions, it did not seem genuine. Froch was especially scathing of reporters who spoke with Fury without questioning him or raising relevant issues, enabling him to threaten and mock without appropriate investigation. John Fury seems to have followed Froch's advice because he avoided any drama throughout the fight. It also seems that the Fury family as a whole has an issue with Froch. In the period preceding the conflict with Usyk, Shane Fury, the boxer YouTuber, was also criticized by Tyson's brother for continuously making fun of them.
Carl Froch, he's got a channel with hardly no followers, and he's mentioning an old 55-year-old man, or 60-year-old man. Great world champion, what he is. You know, that's what it's boiled down.
Shane Fury stressed that the battle should be left to the fighters themselves, and that there was no need to denigrate fighters. Around the commotion surrounding John Fur's headbutt, he said that there had been shoveling and pushing around the altercation with Usyk at the weigh-in. He reaffirmed that Tyson Fury would show Carl Froch how great he was in the ring and disprove his detractors. Dismissive in tone, Shane Fury chastised Froch for bringing up John Fury on his channel, which he said attracted very few subscribers. Although he praised Froch's accomplishments as a world champion, he seemed to be implying that her remarks were disrespectful and unneeded. What may transpire in a possible fight between Carl Froch and John Fury? The two have a grudge that is unlikely to resolve unless they decide to square off in the ring. An intriguing collision of styles, backgrounds, and eras is shown in a potential match between Carl Froch and John Fury. Though for different reasons and at separate stages of the sport, Both guys are well known in the boxing community. John is an Irish boxer and bare-knuckle combatant who was born in Tuam in 1955. Other than being Tyson Fury's father, he is most renowned for that, although his resume doesn't reveal anything noteworthy. Over the course of his 8-year professional boxing career, John engaged in 13 fights, finishing with an 8-4 record and 1 draw. Standing 6 feet 3 inches tall, he exudes an air of grandeur and is known for his toughness and resilience, which he probably developed from his experience in bare-knuckle fighting. A distinct age of boxing, marked by street fighting skills and raw toughness, gave rise to John's expertise and gritty fighting style. Conversely, Carl is a more modern fighter with an illustrious professional background. Froch, also known as the Cobra, was born in Nottingham, England in 1977. He was a professional boxer from 2002 to 2014. Froch was the owner of several super middleweight world titles, including the WBA, IBF, and WBC titles. With only 2 losses and an amazing 33 wins minus 24 of which came via knockout, his professional record is rather astounding. Froch is renowned for his strong punches, remarkable stamina, and punch-absorbing ability. He has battled and triumphed over some of the greatest fighters of his day, showcasing his extraordinary abilities and cunning in the ring. Several things are taken into consideration when comparing these two fighters. Given his stature and bare-knuckle fighting background, John Fury seems like a fighter who can take a lot of damage while using an aggressive and unorthodox style of fighting. While he may have an advantage over Carl Froch in terms of raw power and toughness from his street fighting background, his professional boxing record is not quite as impressive. Who among elite fighters has defeated opponents of the greatest caliber in the sport? Carl has an advantage because of his technical abilities, contemporary training methods, and career achievements. John Fury may not have the same conditioning, tactical acumen, or ability to carry out a game plan as Froch. In a hypothetical bout between the two, Froch's knockout power and ring savvy would probably be the deciding elements, but John Fury's tenacity and bare-knuckle expertise shouldn't be undervalued. Carl wears dresses exceptional boxing abilities, his strategic prowess and professional background would undoubtedly give him the upper hand, while his versatility and ability to defeat elite opponents in the ring would probably allow him to outlast and outbox John Fury. Although the battle would be an intriguing contrast of eras and fighting techniques, Carl would be the favorite because to his contemporary boxing background and successful career at the highest levels. You really don't want to accompany me there because we're going to argue, I promise. You have my word on a fatty. You can't beat me for 10 pounds. In any case, I'll give you both 15 minutes. I've said enough about my thoughts on John Fury. This bout would be easily won by Froch, who might even knock Fury out in the first round. Though the boxing community has been sharing its thoughts, it's unlikely that's enough to digest the Gypsy King's most recent defeat at the hands of Alexander Usyk. Yes, congrats. It was a good fight, and although I felt the judgment involving Fury was quite close, it was evident that his loss of consciousness during the fight was the decisive factor. They were also eager to watch the rem. Joe Joyce recently talked with Boxing Social about his opinions on Alexander Usyk's recent triumph. He started off by saying how much he respected Usyk's fighting technique and abilities. Joyce recognized Usyk's technical skill, pointing out in particular his quick footwork and ring awareness, which he felt were essential to Usyk's ability to outmaneuver and outbox opponents. This could encourage other fighters to explore making similar moves across weight classes and further their careers. Actually, I used to win, but I felt it was a really close fight. They both gave it their all, and they were both outstanding. Throughout the fight, each guy had their moments. This historical victory is significant to more than simply Alexander Usyk. Can you imagine the amount of pressure this man has been under over the last few weeks, let alone right now and then? Klitschko commended Usyk for showcasing his remarkable abilities and reaffirming his position as the unchallenged heavyweight and cruiserweight champion. He said that many were taken aback by Usyk's performance, particularly considering Fury's stature, weight, and agility. Usyk overcame these obstacles to demonstrate why he is the greatest fighter in contemporary history. He conveyed his admiration for Usyk and underlined the significance of this win for Ukraine, according to Klitschko. In his remarks regarding the fight's score, Klitschko also mentioned that, although it is impossible to predict a boxing match's exact result, the judges rightly decided in USK's favor based on his performance. This concludes our discussion of the exciting fight between Carl Froch and John Fury. Let us know in the comments below who you think will win. Klitschko praised Tyson Fury's tenacity, especially the way he continued to fight successfully after the 9th round. He respected both fighters for their efforts, but saved special praise for Usyk, who stayed firm and accomplished what was needed to become the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. As well as join the channel. To ensure that you never miss any more videos like this, turn on the bell for the most recent notifications. We appreciate your time and we'll see you in the next video.